This video comes from the YouTube channel Roaming Reckless, a solo female travel and overlanding channel celebrated for its raw, real-time portrayal of life on the road. She navigates rugged areas of the United States in her off-road vehicle, often accompanied by her dog, Tazzy. On April 21st, 2025, she set up camp deep within a remote forest, shrouded in dense fog and under the threat of an approaching thunderstorm. The area already had a reputation for repeated Bigfoot sightings. As daylight waned, the weight of isolation grew heavier, making the surroundings feel increasingly eerie and unsettling.
The heavy rain is coming right now. Should be here pretty quick, according to the radar. Look at this creepy freaking campsite. There have been multiple Bigfoot sightings in the area, and a lot of them have been repeat. Like, they come around a lot, so. A huge thunderstorm is also on its way, so we are in for a night. Is that going to be a good or a bad night? Who knows? I love you so much. Ready, kiddo? Yeah. Tazzy, we gotta get your paws. One paw left, one paw left. Alright, there you go, kiddo. It's for you, kiddo. It's so eerie outside. Little airflow, huh, kid? Rainy conditions from now till midnight with thunderstorm expected at midnight. I've got coffee in my Bigfoot mug, fan in here for air circulation. Tazzy's got a braided bone so that she can keep her mind occupied. That'll be good for her for tonight. Basically, the thunderstorm is coming in like 3 hours. So, we've got a little bit of rain till then. I'm just going to try to crank through some work, and then I've got Bigfoot docuseries downloaded on my phone. So I'm going to get into that later because there's proof out there and I want to learn what it is.
After a quick meal and securing her outdoor gear, she pauses to survey her surroundings. Bare, skeletal trees loom through the dense fog, while the gray light of the approaching storm filters weakly through the forest. Visibility is limited, and the air feels heavy and oppressive. The scene has lost any sense of calm. Once everything is in place, she retreats into her camper to edit footage and wait out the storm. I just checked the weather app and it says that we have a break in the rain right now. I'm talking like 5 minutes and then the worst of the thunderstorm is coming. There has been a lot of lightning and rain the last couple hours, but luckily not much thunder. So Tazzy overall is doing pretty well. She's not shaking at all. She's been sleeping, which is really all we can hope for. But anyways, while the rain is light, we should let Tazzy go potty. And doing that on leash because we never know how she's going to feel in the storm. And we won't let her be Bigfoot food. Right, girl? Wanna go potty? Let's go potty outside. It's potty time, Mama. Here we go. Oh my gosh, talk about the creepiest campsite ever. You guys, how creepy is this? I don't want to go home here, but I have to. This is scary. Let's go. Come on. Gotta be quick. Let's go. Come on. Come on.
potty. Good girl. Good job, Mama. Alright, come on. Up here. That was like a horror video game. That's what that felt like. Oh my gosh. I'm like triple check we're locked in. That was so creepy. Oh, that just gave me like the heebie-jeebies. The thick fog, the rain, you can barely see. This is 1,000,000% Bigfoot country. I don't care what anybody says. If they're Sasquatch, I get why they live in the North Georgia mountains. Oh, that's creepy. Creepy. It genuinely is like freaking me out. I don't want to open the door.
There have been sightings of a species known as Bigfoot for thousands of years.
A lot of legends. Bigfoot is the boogeyman.
But attempts to identify this elusive creature have been far from successful.
See, this is what I'm saying, is there's DNA. Why are we refuting DNA? Also, side note, you guys, I am happy to report that I feel like Taz is getting a little bit better with thunderstorms. Because look at homegirl, she's not even shaken, she's just passed out. Lightning. Here it comes. It's okay, Tazzy. Oh, that was a loud one.
Later that night, Tazzy needs to go outside, and she has no choice but to step back into the darkness. The forest is pitch black, thunder cracks overhead, and fog drifts eerily between the trees. Every sound is amplified, and the sensation of being watched grows harder to ignore. What should be a routine moment takes on the weight of a survival scenario, as if she has crossed into something unreal. This campsite is unnerving not because of what is seen, but because of how it feels. Fog, isolation, and the local Bigfoot legends converge amid a violent storm. The forest hums with noise, but the deepest unease doesn't come from animals. It comes from the subtle suggestion of footsteps, soft, deliberate, that don't belong. Not a predator, not a charging force, just the unnerving possibility of someone, or something, standing silently among the trees watching. Slash Paranormal Discovery, a channel dedicated to exploring the unknown, features creepy encounters, and strange happenings in the wild. This video, posted on December 21st, 2025, perfectly illustrates why you should never camp alone in the haunted Appalachians. That day, he embarked on what was supposed to be a winter hot tent adventure. He arrived with his dog, Kia, a sturdy bell tent, and enough supplies to survive the cold. Yet, from the moment he stepped into the deadlands, something felt off.
It's way too quiet. Oh shit. It would have been directly right here, in this vicinity. I'm trying to keep my voice down. Like, I'm being serious, guys. What the fuck? Holy shit. What the fuck? Okay, so there's someone ripping down. They just yelled F me. They literally just yelled fuck you. What the hell? I think someone like came and was like messing with me.
Someone was clearly trying to scare him away. From inside his tent, every knock and rustle became impossible to ignore.
You guys hear that? I don't know if that's the running stream down there. Sounds like a vehicle down the road. Is that idling? Uh-oh. I'm genuinely like kind of confused right now. A little bit timid. They're like country folks out here, like respectfully, like people living on the country here. That's what I meant by that. But like, do they live out here? You know what I mean? I keep hearing like big tree knocks. Boom! I'm gonna leave that off for a second. I really don't think I should leave this site, because I feel now there's something in the area, like a hut or people camping out, that are very close to where I am right now. I just get that vibe.
Then, things took a different turn, somehow getting even worse.
Oh!
Fearing the worst, he rose and unzipped the tent to confront whatever was out there.
What the fuck? Okay. Okay. I'm going up. What the fuck? There, I'm going out. Only got one hand, so. Damn.
The creator attempted to follow the footprints in the snow, carefully stepping where they had, but after a while, they simply ceased, perplexing him further.
There's tracks here. Human tracks. Where do they lead to? Man, they look confused. They literally walked up, looked that way, and then went this way. What the hell? This weird look. It's a right foot. Left foot. Stop. They turned right. Did the same thing here. What the fuck? Went back around. Did they leave? It's kind of creepy. It's like some Harry Potter shit. Okay.
Suddenly, An unexpected event caught the creator off guard.
Feel a bit vulnerable doing that. Oh, right there. Right there. Didn't shut off. Okay. I'm hearing stuff. What the hell? Oh! What the actual? Oh, okay. I gotta make sure Key is good. I ain't leaving her.
After hearing those creepy sounds, he rushed back to ensure his tent and dog were safe. However, the sounds persisted.
This is getting me fucked up. There's stuff coming from back there. Oh, that's Kia. But there's stuff coming like where I just was.
Throughout the night, he tried to calm himself, setting up the stove, checking the perimeter, and documenting everything. At one point, he wanted to take Kia for a walk, but when he tried to zip the tent open, something unexpected occurred.
You ready? You wanna go pee-pee? Alright. There's some weird sounds though, like really. It's hard to open this with one hand. Okay. Oh! What the? What the? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Yo, something just barricaded me in here. Whoa. Yo, check this out. Something just barricaded me in here. Either someone or something did this. But like, there's a damn tree right outside of the entrance. What the? Whoa. Oh shit.
While he was sleeping, something or someone had barricaded the tent, its weight astonishing him.
This thing's weirdly heavy. What the hell? Okay, I'm genuinely confused. What if they're kind of hiding right now? Then we're in trouble. Because, like, the fact that that was like right in front of the door on top of the ropes is like scaring the hell out of me. The fact that that happened, it leads me to believe like there's actually those people in the truck, hostile people I guess, or there's something out here. I can't tell you for sure, but something's out here. What the hell? Look at this. It's like rope on it. What the hell, dude? There's no way. It was actually scaring the hell out of me. Maybe that's why Kia doesn't want to come out. She actually does not want to come.
Even more terrifying, there were no footprints outside, and the vibe felt totally weird.
Was that? I heard that earlier. Giant tree knock or? I'm not really gonna force Kia to go for a walk. I think, like right now, it's probably pushing on like close to 3. I've just been chilling in the tent, but like I don't even want Kia to go for a walk out here. What the hell, man? So this is where I camped last time when we got ransacked. It's a really weird vibe here right now. My light's dying too. I'm not really getting much now.
Everything that happened that night made it clear it was time to leave that forest immediately and never return again. Love Sunday's channel focuses on solo van camping, quiet woods, and running into things definitely not planned. On February 11th, 2024, he planned to park somewhere remote, cook an easy lamb stew in the slow cooker, and explore the woods. Initially, it seemed perfect. He parked across from a small clearing and started the slow cooker. While the stew cooked, he wandered in the woods. The sun streamed through the trees, birds chirped, and for a while, it felt like the perfect escape. But as the sun began to set, the woods grew darker and more unsettling. He returned to the van feeling a bit on edge, yet nothing could have prepared him for what came next. Late that night, a strange disturbance outside made the creator's heart skip a beat. Finally, they left, and he could spend the rest of the night peacefully. The next morning, he inspected everything. The doors hadn't been secured, but there were fingerprints on the fuel cap. Maybe someone considered stealing diesel, or perhaps they just thought it would be funny to trap him in his van. Whatever the reason, it was unnerving, dangerous, and completely unexpected. Despite the scare, he reflected that the night wasn't a total disaster. He had hot food from the slow cooker, and the van remained safe. The woods could be beautiful, but that night proved that real adventure sometimes comes from what you don't see coming. Sam, from the YouTube channel The Northwest Wind, embarked on another stealth camping attempt on a golf course during a cool fall evening on October 19th. 2023. With rain forecast for the rest of the week, this was one of his last opportunities to film before the weather turned. His plan was simple: arrive at the course shortly before sunset, pose as an amateur photographer, and spend the night hidden inside a sand trap. As he waited, several golfers passed nearby. When one pair approached, he greeted them casually, explained what he was doing, and they accepted his answer before returning to their game.
They were cool. They asked what I was doing because I said hello just to be nice. Told them I'm just taking photos. So it looks like this is where they dump all their debris. I think I can definitely chill back here without much issue for a while. I'm trying to just stay in this general area so I'm not seen all over the course, but yeah, there's people everywhere.
After nightfall, Sam tried to get some sleep. Sometime later, he noticed a strange light drifting across the sky above him. Initially, he thought it might be a distant vehicle headlight, but the angle didn't match any nearby roads. Something about its movement felt off. He sat up, staying alert, and watched as it slowly moved out of view. Later, while lying on his back and scrolling on his phone, he heard movement again. He quickly turned off both his screen and lantern. In the darkness, a faint light intermittently reflected across a nearby pond. The flickering pattern suggested that someone, or something, was moving with a flashlight somewhere on the course.
I'm not 100% sure. I think the cops are here. I have nowhere to go. I'm stuck in the sand trap. They're definitely here. They're at the maintenance. I can't turn on my lights. Somebody's definitely here. I gotta get all this crap together now. God damn it. God. Somebody's definitely here. And I see the people walking around. I think they're waiting for me to turn my flashlight back on so they can see where I am. Hang on. I can't do anything. I can't turn on my lights. They're a couple 100 yards away. One of them has a flashlight. My phone's going off. Matt, stop texting me. I can't even turn the GoPro off because I have the beeps on. No, son of a... Hang on, there's a cop car driving by right now. Okay, the cops are here. They're definitely here. I see 3 of them. One of them has a flashlight. The other 2 are behind him a decent way. They parked over by this maintenance garage, and it's lit down there. I can see them. They're waiting for me to turn my light back on so they can pinpoint where I am. I don't know if they're at my car or not. My car is the opposite direction of them.
At that point, Sam quietly packed his gear into his backpack, preparing for a quick exit if necessary. Shortly after, a distinct beam of light swept slowly across the fairway, not from a vehicle, but clearly a handheld flashlight. Moments later, 2 more figures emerged from beneath the tree canopy. At first, their shapes were indistinct, but as they moved, it became obvious they were people.
They know the general direction that I'm in. They just can't see exactly where. They know. Oh, there's 2 cop cars right there. They know the general area that I'm in. They just don't know exactly where I am. I don't know if they're at my car or not, though. I can't see. I'm gonna back this crap up and then run. I gotta back up all this crap. Okay, they're coming closer now.
Their movements were slow, deliberate, and coordinated. Sam whispered to himself, suspecting that the police were now on the course. The spacing between the figures, the systematic sweep of their flashlights, and their methodical pace all pointed to an organized search. He also remembered seeing vehicles earlier moving unusually slowly, their taillights resembling those of police cruisers.
Oh, he's driving by slow again. There's another cop over here. I think he's at my car. Look at that. Oops. I need to get the hell out of here now. I'm afraid that once I get back to my car, they're gonna come right to me. Alright, I'm running across the golf course. Hang on a second, let me try to get these trees. Yeah, they're here.
He stayed completely in the shadows to avoid being seen. Concealed behind tall shrubs, he adjusted his backpack while keeping his gaze fixed on the distant lights. He counted at least 3 people moving across the fairway, their flashlights sweeping toward the area where he had been camping. He suspected they were waiting for him to make a mistake, turn on a light and give away his exact location.
Crap. They're coming. They're coming, son. Oh, they're coming. Yeah, they're coming, son.
Staying low, he crept through the dense brush, taking care not to make a sound. The figures kept advancing toward the sand trap. At one point, Sam spotted 2 police vehicles parked near the maintenance buildings on the far side of the course. The officers seemed to be methodically sweeping the grounds, trying to triangulate his position. Sam made his way toward the outer edge of the course, where his truck was parked near a secondary service entrance. The distance was roughly 100 to 150 yards, interrupted by several tree lines. He crawled and crouched through the dense vegetation, allowing his eyes to fully adjust to the darkness. When his vehicle finally came into view, he paused to make sure no officers were nearby.
That's how you do it, boys! Holy crap! Oh my god. Holy crap. That was about as close of a call as it gets. I am not happy at all. I am extraordinarily overwhelmed. I peeled out of there like Dale Earnhardt and Mario Andretti if they had a baby, and that baby had a baby with its dad, and that baby had another baby. Guarantee you it was that lady that I was talking about earlier in the video, eyeing me up, eyeing me up, eyeing me up. I have a very strong feeling that they were there longer than I think that they were. There was one point where I was laying down, playing on my phone, and I had just put my phone down.
Once he was safely off the property, the full weight of the encounter hit him. Sam described feeling mentally drained and overwhelmed. In his assessment, the woman who had observed him earlier had probably alerted the authorities. The officers seemed to have been tracking his movements, waiting for confirmation of his exact location before making their move. Slash. Taylor is a content creator with a deep appreciation for the outdoors, especially camping in the stillness found far from civilization. He runs the Taylor Wood Camping channel, where he documents his wilderness experiences. In one particular video, he and his friend Marvin organize a winter camping trip to the edge of a forest in Iowa. The objective is straightforward. Marvin wants to spend the night in a hot tent. They head out, locate what appears to be an ideal campsite, pitch their tent, and settle in, expecting a peaceful and relaxing evening. However, the situation soon deviates from their expectations. Here's how it unfolds.
I don't know if you guys can hear that. Our phones are going off saying that we're in a tornado warning right now. Woo, it's about to get interesting tonight. Yes, sir. If you're not from the Midwest, you wouldn't understand, but we love tornadoes. We don't get scared. We don't run away. We go out and we chase them. We show them who's the boss. This is our turf. It's our block, right? So yeah, throw them up. Throw them up.
It's our hood.
It's our hood, right? I don't know if you guys can hear it, but tornado sirens are going off now. Which is surprising. You know, it's not really surprising this time of year. I mean, the other day it was like 65 degrees out. Day before that was like 20 degrees. So weather fluctuating like that, hot, cold, perfect brewing temps for a tornado. So, but then again, don't listen to me. I'm not no meteorologist or whatever the hell they're called. I'm just this guy enjoys outdoors.
I can't quite understand the attraction of being anywhere near a tornado. For most people, that would be an absolute nightmare. Yet, for some reason, Taylor and Marvin seem to thrive on that kind of risk. In fact, they appear genuinely energized by the news that a tornado is heading in their direction. Where most would feel fear, they feel excitement. Where others would retreat, they lean in with curiosity. Let's see how the situation develops.
Alright, we might have to abandon. Come on, let's go. Come on! Come on, it's coming! Gotta leave the food behind. Come on, let's go!
South of Highway G24 and R57, very specific location.
Ooh, that was crazy.
Here in Norwalk, that is part of the apparent tornado path. So again, starting to talk about damage in.
Oh man, his shelter's gone.
In Norwalk, several houses. We haven't gotten a sense of what that damage is yet. But one is going to start wondering if we're going to start seeing windows blown out.
Well, we just lost dinner. I was gonna make SOS for you guys, but yeah, this is crazy. That came out of nowhere.
The National Weather Service in Des Moines has issued a tornado warning for southeastern Lucas County.
As crazy as that was, I still don't want to leave. I want to stay and hunker it down. This one's for you, Steve. This thing's melted down. I was going to show you guys earlier too. This is the hail that was coming down as well. It was a little bit bigger than this, not by much, maybe like half the size of a golf ball, but yeah, crazy. All right, so he's heading out, not to abandon camping tonight, but yeah, so here's what the tornado did. I think that was already there, that cut. It knocked all these branches up and over, flooded this whole area. We're just on our way to go to Burger King, go get some food since our dinner is out spread all across the woods. And we got, I mean, look at this. Damage everywhere. Man. I'm gonna have to just drive right up over this. I don't think that's gonna be that big of a deal. Maybe I can move some of it. Yep, knocked this all over.
Unfortunately, Taylor's camera failed to capture the precise moment when the tornado was allegedly right beside them. At least, that's how he explains it. Even so, there's little doubt that a tornado moved through the area. The footage shows the road littered with broken tree limbs, while lightning continues flashing in the distance, indicating the storm system was still active and advancing. This time, Taylor and Marvin escape without physical injuries. Their campsite, however, is wrecked, their food scattered, and their night abruptly cut short. There is, however, an important detail to consider. At one point, Taylor claims the tornado appeared out of nowhere. In reality, they had already received a warning. In situations involving severe weather, timing is critical, and a single delayed decision can carry life-threatening consequences. The next clip comes from Russia and features a channel called Survival. The creator behind it is deeply interested in bushcraft and survival skills, and his videos typically blend practical field knowledge with humor in a relaxed, positive atmosphere. This time, however, the tone shifts. After stumbling upon information about an old disappearance that occurred years ago in a forest near his home, a case nothing out of place. Eventually, he stops moving through the area and settles in one location, addressing his viewers directly. From that moment on, I'll let the footage speak for itself as the story continues. Despite the unsettling nature of the experience, one that clearly leaves him tense, he ultimately decides he's had enough and heads home.